All right. So I got a video that's just about to play, right? I put this together myself, right? It is recorded footage of each Mortal Kombat game. Didn't include Trilogy or Gold, but each Mortal Kombat game's uppercut, right? So the uppercut sound from each game. And I want you guys to tell me which sounds the best, right? Because I've been thinking this for a while, but I wanted to make absolutely sure. All right, man, absolutely sure, okay, that we came to the conclusion that, well, I know what my conclusion is, but we'll see. All right, you ready? Let's go.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay, so that is all the uppercuts. Obviously, I put 3 in there, so that way you can have like a good sample size per game. But I think the best sounding uppercut, the best sounding uppercut is the original Mortal Kombat, right? It's not just the crack, like just bone shattering sound like when it hits. It's the whoosh sound, like it's the uppercut is got so much anime energy behind it, right? That it creates its own like wind tunnel. Right? Just like we did in the old martial art movies. Right? That's what it is, man, right? Let's play it again.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
All right, so we're just going to mute the sound while that's doing its business. You also notice too in the earlier Mortal Kombat games, what they would do is actually attach other sound effects to it, right? So you do the uppercut, and then you'd have the crowd go, ooh, clap, or, you know, Shao Kahn would say, outstanding, or some bullshit like that, right? So that was pretty cool, okay? I still vote for myself that the best uppercut sound ever in all Mortal Kombat games is still the original, right? There's something about that whip, and it's the slowest too. You can see it too, like the animation's a lot slower than every other game, right? Yeah, I would say as a close second on uppercut sound, right? Because we can do this with like roundhouse kicks as well. Roundhouse kicks in the early games absolutely sounded the best. Like 100% sounded the best, right? And they usually didn't attach any other, from memory anyway, I don't think they attached any other sound effect to the impact of the roundhouse, so you got a nice, clean smack sound. Mortal Kombat, the original, is the best. Mortal Kombat 9 is an absolute just fraction head follow-up because it sounds really, really good. Really good, okay? When we start getting into like the 3D era, you know, we start to go from a crack sound to a splodgy, spongy sound, right? Except for MK9, right? But especially MK10, MK11, MK12, we start to get this like squishy sound, like you're punching, punching like soft fruit, right? In the old ones, especially the first game, it actually sounds like you're smashing bone, right? Like the crack of it sounds like it's smashing bone. Ultimate MK3 and MK3's sound effects are really good as well, but it's definitely more apparent on roundhouse kicks, I've noticed. In the 3D era, we start to get into the little bit of squishy. They started to go, and look, it could very well be more realistic sound. I don't know. I don't usually go around uppercutting people on a daily, okay? But it actually sounds more impactful, right? When we play other fighting games and stuff like that, especially with the latest game with Tekken, like Tekken 8, it sounds like an impact. It sounds like you were really smashing someone, right? But when you fight in Mortal Kombat 1, like the new one, everything's squishy, it's spongy, nothing sort of really has I don't know, everything just kind of gels together, And I think that's half the problem too, is that like they, again, just like I talked about the other day with their whole sort of, the game is horror now, which, to be fair, given the comments that I got, is more torture or gore porn, right, with what they're doing, the fatalities now, because it is, you're torturing them, right? It's just ridiculous. They've also gone to sort of like a realistic sound of, well, how would this sound like realistically, if you're fighting? Now, maybe very well that when you hit someone, it sounds more like a soft splat, splurgy impact or whatever the hell, right? But it doesn't sound cool, right? In Mortal Kombat, it sounds cool. In the original game, it sounds cool. When you do a roundhouse and you smash them across the face, it absolutely sounds like you're smashing them across the face, right? Bone to bone, impact. And it's amazing that a game that is 30 years old still feels like, especially when it comes to its iconic move, that it still sounds better than everything else. And like I said, the closest that we got after that would be MK9, right? Absolutely MK9, right? So let's play this again when it rolls around, just for another sound of it. And see what you guys think in regards to what's the best.
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
I'm still going with MK1, man. 100%. The original. The best. Best uppercut sound, I think. Close second is MK from 2011, or MK9. Now, keep in mind, MK4, it's a little bit muffled. I couldn't actually get the best, volume for it. But, right, there's throws and stuff in the game that actually do have really good bone-breaking, sound effects as well to it, right? But the Mortal Kombat uppercut is very iconic. It was the iconic move, right? And it kind of feels like it's taken a backseat now, to all the previous games, which really sucks. You'll notice too, there's a really big commitment to the uppercut in the earlier games you see here. Like a really big commitment to it. And then as we get further on, right, it seems like they have started to reduce the amount of frames it takes for it to do. So it's not out there as long anymore, which sucks because the uppercut, again, is kind of like this iconic type move, right? There's a lot more sort of there's a lot more recovery on these moves now than there used to be, right? And it sucks, right? Because it is such an iconic move, right? But anyway, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you next time.